So welcome, welcome, welcome. Love, 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 love to all. I'm just feeling that come through. Just if no other reason, because your presence. So let's just take a moment and be in our presence, and then it's not even sharing. Let's be the presence we are in this presence that we call the Immortality Club, the IC. Let's just take a moment right now, right here, right now. Celebrate who you are right here in this delicious moment. And let that celebration expand your deliciousness. And now that we've initiated ourselves into self-compassion, let all of that sink into your heart, front and back. Calling in your vibrancy. Just the word just keeps coming to me. Celebrate who you are, and who you are is light, and who you are is love. Hmm. Okay. Well, um, I can't help myself. I have to make a presentation. It's a creative outlet. And so I was pondering the what is for this moment. And, I just heard these words, free to be in 5D. And I've really, really been called to practice that pretty much moment to moment. And I know I said this at the beginning of this year that 2025 was going to be a big, big challenge for so many people. And I will say me included, and many of my friends that I checked in with last week were having a hard week. So if you were having a hard week or challenging, or you're looking out in the world and going, getting heartsick about what you hear and read and this and that, then know that we all are in the company of this treading through 2025 with as much consciousness as we can muster, as we can call forth, as we can be. So, what happens is that you're in a moment and you just pull out one of those spiritual hacks I shared with you. You might even take a gander at it. I think it's one of the last ones for 2024, one of our last videos, and take a gander and like, oh yeah, oh, those are my favorite ones because some are easier to employ than others. So here we are. We've had some amazing sessions together. And the light of who and what you are is starting to really come through. It's being aided by the Om, that beautiful angelic protective light that is just gathering around our field. and making it possible for us to navigate through everything that's happening. And I have never in my entire life been called more to in the moment than this time period right now. It kind of makes me giggle. Um, because sometimes what happens is our lives get into a routine, kind of hour by hour. We know what we're going to do day by day, week by week. We know what we're going to be doing. And then sometimes, things just start changing around us and we have to go with the flow. And we have to go with the so no. I just made that up. I love it. Go with your so no. So I just had a feeling that as part two, we're going to do another tuning right here. We're going to do a tune in. We're going to just see what kind of light we can bring through. So we did presence. Now we're going to do light. And so again, I'm going to invite you, if you feel like it, close your eyes, or if you want to look at this beautiful, inspiring being here with the white lotus emanating in the third eye through it. Um, Whatever you choose. So we're going to call that Om. Om, that beautiful skirt of angelic light all around us. And I'm going to ask that to multiply, multiply, multiply symbolically around our field. There we go. It's like no problem. And I'm hearing the word pathways. This beautiful emanation from the higher realms is actually providing a pathway for your higher, I'm going to say highest self, to begin to let go, let God of your light into this more physical realm. So just really want you to just blast open your soul star, whiz it up quite a bit. Just up, 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 up to your oversoul. Paying attention to the breath and releasing whatever is calling you into 3D. And you can just first say the word light. I call forth my light, bringing into these realms the sacred and the mundane, knowing, trusting in the grace and beauty of my light. I call this light, this superior light, into this physical manifestation, into the cells, into the atomic structure. I receive this downpouring with gratitude and grace. The more light I let in, the more I love who I am. I love myself and who I am. And direct this self love into your DNA, all 5 activated strands. And it's like a almost like a mantra. Self-love, 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 self-love. That love has to be directed into those extra 3 strands for them to find their purest expression. Mm, there we go. See, that self love allows that light in. And let's all take a few more pulses of that self love, radiating that through everything that we perceive to be our physical vehicle. Now what's happening is our field is going crystalline. Yeah, this is just what gets to happen. Beautiful. You're all doing extraordinary work. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Allow yourself just to nod to it and say yes, and open your perception to possibly see, feel, sense, know it. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Thank you. And we're going to keep that field alive even as we venture into a few more possibilities. So thank you to the Aum, A-U-M, Aum, Aum. And we want to keep that radiant shelter. It's more than that. Um, Alive with our namaste to it and our gratitude because it's going to really help us. There's more to come and more to perceive and to work through, but this is our journey this year, as was foretold. Okay, so here's the clue to 5D. It can only be in this moment. So you have to look to this moment. And then you're going to get distracted and you're going to go into your head. You're going to think about that thing that, and then you just look to this moment. And you know what? There's a lot of moments in the day. So you might have to do it 1,000 times. And it reminds me of something that happened last week. So there was, just something that was going on, and I was kind of ruminating about it, and um, I kind of called in whatever I needed, called in whatever. And who should come in as a patient, but a Buddhist teacher. And I'm laughing because my advice to him was he needed to, 20 times a day work on posture. But when he left, I just felt completely in the moment. And it was his presence. Very humble, very sweet, very yes. He was very yes. So beautiful. Okay. So you're going to just maybe have to put little sticky notes around that same moment, you know, or LTTM, or just M moment. So what I'm knowing, and I know we've all experienced this, but 5D is here now. It's here. It's here. It's right here now. And what it is it just requires a shift. And what happens is we put part of ourselves in 5D and part of ourselves in 3D because we got to go pick up the kids, or, we got to make lunch or whatever. And sometimes there's that feeling of that they're very, very far apart. And so what I've been doing is I'm doing a mudra that goes back of the hands together. So I'm pulling them together so that there is no space. It's right here, right now. And I put it in my heart. So just try it right now. You're like, oh, right. 5D is right here, right now. Huh. And if you do this quite often, you start to get little fun things that show up. Could be little titillations from nature, or, that special person comes through and gives you a smile, or puts you at ease, or maybe there's a piece of good news out there. So just close your eyes again for a moment and bring these two together so that you're not stretched out, because this will cause a very strange form of fatigue to have ourselves in both. So it's almost like this now. Eh, ooh, eh, ooh, eh, ooh. Right here, right now. And the more we affirm it, say it, believe it, know it, do it, experience it, it starts happening for the whole planet in the sense that those who wish to immigrate to 5D. I don't know about other people, but I do know that there is a very strong force moving this direction. So we just have to anchor it. I think that's a really good word, anchor it. Okay, now here's the other thing you got to do. You have to bless yourself as its portal. God, I'm a portal for 5D. I got to be on my toes here. I got to remember that 1,000 times today. I'm a portal. So I'm just going to, again, bless myself and go. I'm going to nod my head. I'm going to say yes 5 times. That's a spiritual hack. Yes, 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 yes. Yes to being a portal for 5D. Yes. Bring it through. Come on, let me be the it of it. So, certain days of the week, I do this beautiful ride, and the ride goes. We have a place called Mountain Drive here, and it goes from Santa Barbara all the way over to Montecito. And yeah, but I have to climb to get there. So I'm up there. And so this is where I get some of my beautiful downloads. And I heard so again, the mind goes to ruminations, thinking about what you have to do, what could happen, or the past. We do all three. And I heard just say the word yum. Yum. Ride my bike. Yum. Yum. And then at that moment, I started hearing the twittering of the birds. I had a baby coyote run across my path. And then, the squirrels with the big tails, they scurried across. So nature came in and it was like, oh, she's saying yum, let's do it. She's saying yum. That's where the magic is, in the yum. If you want to really ramp it up, go yum, yum, yum. And that's the delicious part, right? Okay, so what I'm getting, what I'm hearing is that y'all are now free to live 5D. It doesn't mean that there's not going to be some little challenge that kicks your booty in 2 minutes. And then the journey of getting yourself back to this moment in 5D shows you so many things, especially if you're engaging with the so now along that path. Like, yes, and it's going to be okay. Yes, and don't forget to do this. Yes, and right here, right now. And allow that sono just, and it's for me, it's not on all the time, that's for sure. Um, but when it kind of blips through, it kind of comes from the back and it blips through like this. I don't doubt it. I go, okay, yeah. So here we are. I'm going to just say, okay, I am writing you a hall pass to be free. Now okay, you are free. Okay, go live 5D. Okay, here it is. Okay, and so this then is gives us that permission to call in the light of your being into every moment. Now there's a little bit of a difference here. There's your presence and there's your love, but the light. See, we're focusing on the light this time. Call in that light. And I'll tell you, I'm reading this really fabulous book from my writing teacher, my mentor, and she goes, "Be the light that you are." And then she gives ten lessons in it. And oh my gosh, I just, get my little cup of tea, little cup of coffee, and I pull it up on my iPad and I just read, oh my gosh, two paragraphs or half a chapter, or I look at that list and I'm going, of course, yes. And when you call in the light of your being into every moment, it starts happening as you get to share that light with others with humility and grace. So that light becomes your radiance. And there's a presence that comes out, it's got energy. Then there's love, and that moves out. And then there's this light, and people are drawn to it. They're drawn to it at exactly the moment. And so, sorry, this is hiding it, but shine your radiance to others with humility and grace. I love this idea of humility because when you say I am, there's always this thing, well, I don't want to brag. But when you say I am love, I am light, and you say it with the tonality of humility and grace, it's a very good read. It's a very good read by others. And what I'm noticing is that humility keeps me even more in the moment because, say, I don't, when you're in humility, you don't assume. So, is it okay if I move your basket over here? I just need to get through. Okay, that is saying, is it okay? And of course, if that person's having a bad day and they crab at you, you take the no insult. You just go, okay, I'll find another way. If you can have a giggle, it always helps to have that giggle. So shine your radiance to others with humility and grace. Now, here's really interesting. This really came to me. Yeah, but you say X, Y, and Z happen, and what does that mean? And who am I? And blah, 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 all the mental things. So all contradictions to your light will manifest. It will just manifest. Any contradiction to your light will manifest. And then it'll illuminate that contradiction so you can perceive it. And then you keep the light going and you keep the openness and the aha and everything going. And you look for your insight and then it resolves. And again, I think that brings us back to that sine wave theory of we're going to go down and we're going to go up. We're going to go down and dig deep, or, something's going to come along and go, oh, and we see a reflection of where we're not quite the light in 3D, because you already are the light in 5D and 6D, as we just experienced, right? That quantum crystalline field that just shows up when we're all on board. Yummy. Okay. So don't worry about the stuff coming up. In fact, you just have to go like this. Bring it on. Okay, I got a moment here. Bring it on. So was I rude to that person? Yeah, a little bit. Hey, sorry I was rude. Didn't mean it. Love, love, love. Done. Things are there to show us in 3D what there is still to be. Okay. So, okay, here we go. We go. 5D is here now. On the other side of every challenge. In other words, you make that dip and you do the trip and then you come out on top of the sine wave and there you are back into 5D. And yeah, it could feel like a roller coaster. It could feel that way. But my sense is that roller coaster is ascending. It may feel like a dip down, but it's it's not only it's not mo only moving up in steps, but it's also ascending in this spiral of reflection. And the reason that we look at the spiral is because our tendency as humans is to loop. You know, if we've got something that's unresolved and we're not willing to look at it, it's going to come around again, for sure. It is. That's just the nature of what your soul wants to do. And we're liberating these soul frequencies from the way beyond through our work with the DNA, extra DNA strands. And so, yeah, they're gonna come talk to you, whatever it has been and whatever it was, so that it can come to be that you are 5D, essentially. So then there's that thought, you and your challenges are the portal for the new earth. Take that one on. Ah, but I don't want any more challenges, she says. He says, I don't want any more. Well, then get these straight to 5D and B, and the challenges could start to look differently. The same things might happen, but they may not look like challenges anymore. They may look like a horse to get on and go ride. So you are the portal. This is what really, really came through me as I was ruminating on the what is for today. You and I and we are the portal for the new earth. So I may have told you this story, and I'm just going to make it quick. So I was up in Canada several summers ago, and I would go down the river, and there are little frogs down there, et cetera, et cetera. And then I climbed up this path to where I was staying, and I was laying on this lawn and just being in just the wonderful shamanic frequency of grass and earth and trees and streams, etc. Well, about 10 minutes into it, I hear this frog. It has crawled up to hang with me. And it's just saying, just be, just be, just be, just like that. And I sat up and I was like, okay, say that again. It repeated it. Clear, clear English. And it was telling me, get out of your head, lay on the earth, and just be. And my suggestion to all of us, in whatever way you can, find a way to allow nature to reflect the possibility of 5D back to thee. And honestly, with Tales of the Miraculous, all those moments where I was having, not all of them, but many of them, where I was able to drop into that sacred space or my light or my love, the forerunners to living being 5D, that's where I got the response. That's where I got the response or the stepping forward. Okay, so we're gonna just go into a few more moments of just being and see how gorgeous we are now. How gorgeous we are. Okay, so just find your space in the space that we are. Mm. And what the Om is saying to me, yes, it's safe just to be. And let that pulse of yes bring you into this luscious moment where you all are contributing so much deliciousness to us, to our field, and and wherever the quantum can register it. And then the love, 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 love pulse is starting to come through. It's just naturally on its own. It's just coming through right now. And I want you to start thinking of beautiful beings in your life and pulsing that love, 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 love to them. And hear the words I'm hearing now. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. I'm slowly bringing you back into this enriched 3D space. Yes. enriched 3D space.